Most homeowners renovate room by room. Architects don't. This video explains the renovation sequence we use and why it saves money, time, and regret. Phase 1 is the structure and exterior: foundation, framing, roof, and windows. Foundation. Look for cracks in walls or floors, water seeping in, uneven settling. Fix this first because water gets worse over time and damages everything you build on top. So if you ignore foundation cracks, water will ruin your finished basement. Framing. Check for sagging floors, cracked joists, and compromised load-bearing walls. Fix the framing first because if you don't, your new flooring will crack when the structure settles. Roof. Leaks, missing shingles, deteriorated flashing, because a leaking roof damages insulation, drywall, and electrical below it. Windows and doors. Rotted frames, broken seals, and air leaks. All windows leak water and air, damaging walls and costing you money every month. So structure first prevents damage to everything else. Fix the bonds before you build on top of them. So once your structure is solid, phase 2 is mechanical systems: electrical, plumbing, and HVAC. And this happens before you close up walls, because once drywall is up, getting to these systems means cutting open finished walls. Electrical. So check your panel capacity. Toronto homes before 1980 usually have 60 to 100 amps service, but modern homes need 200 amps. So if you're adding a kitchen, you'll likely need a panel upgrade, and the cost is $3,000 to $8,000. And every major appliance needs its own circuit, so plan for this now while walls are open, because adding an outlet later, opening finished walls costs 10 times more than doing it now. Now, plumbing. Toronto houses before 1960 often have cast iron or galvanized pipes, and they corrode from the inside. So if you're opening walls anyway, replace them now, or you'll be opening walls again in 5 years when they fail. And check drainage slope, because improperly sloped drains cause backups. So fix this before you install fixtures, or you'll be breaking tile to access drains later. Now, HVAC. So if you're finishing a basement or adding square footage, your furnace and AC need to handle it, because an undersized system won't keep the space comfortable. And new spaces need new ductwork. So run this before insulation goes in. Bathrooms need exhaust fans vented outside. Kitchens need range hoods. It's code requirements, and it prevents moisture damage. So do all systems work now before walls close up. Phase 3 is finishes: drywall, flooring, cabinets, tile, and paint. And finishes come last because they're expensive and you don't want to damage them fixing a structure or systems underneath. So here's how finishes work. Close up the walls. Insulation first, then drywall. And this is your last chance to insulate before walls are closed. So don't rush drywall, because bad drywall shows through paint. Install major elements. So flooring goes in after drywall dust is gone. Then cabinets sit on top of finished floor, and then countertops get measured and installed after cabinets are leveled. And backsplash comes after countertops, so you see exact fit. Final touches. So paint comes last, because you'll thin walls during cabinet and countertop installation. So touch up at the very end. So each step builds on the previous one, because if you install countertops before cabinets are leveled, they won't fit right. And if you paint before cabinets, you're touching up paint anyway. So structure, system, finishes in that order, and you do each thing once. So follow this order and you don't rip out finished work to fix what you should have done first. But this only works if your team understands it, because your designer needs to know what the builder is dealing with, and the builder needs to understand the design intent. So when these aren't coordinated, problems happen. Designer specifies something that doesn't work structurally, and the builder makes decisions that compromise the design. And that's why we work as design build. So design and construction are coordinated from the start. So next video breaks down how different team structures work and why coordination matters. See you there.